How are you doing, folks? So I'm going to make hot sauce today because I have a stack of chilies. So I'm going to do two ways. So you've got your fermented hot sauce, which is going to be in this bowl here, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So think Tabasco, Sriracha, that's your fermented hot sauces. Then you have the blended ones, which are raw, which are Louisiana hot sauce. It's got that real vinegar hit to it. So I'm going to show you how to make that and take that vinegar hit down. They'll go heavy on the vinegar because they want it to last a long time on the shelf. So for the fermented one, so what I got in here is I got my chilies, but I'm adding a lot of fruit in here for a couple of different reasons. One, it tempers the heat, and two, the fruit will ferment faster and it'll make the whole thing happen. It also smoothens the palate of it out. So I've got my garlic, I've got pineapple, I've got blueberries, I've got raspberries. Now if you've any soft fruit sitting in the fridge, bang them in. Then underneath I've got my chilies, I've got some red peppers, and I've got some onion. That's it, that's all that's in there. Now you can add things like, I'm going to throw in some peppercorns, you can add aniseed flavors, you can add cumin, you can add coriander, but I'm talking about the seeds, not the fresh one. Now if you like a coriander hitting it, you can blend, we'll be blending this in a couple of weeks. You can add it at that stage, you don't add it now. So as you can see, just onions, garlic, peppers, chili, and some fruits. Don't add citrus fruits at this stage. It'll inhibit the bacteria. We'll do that at the blending stage. So then the other one, it's in here, so it's exactly the same thing. So you've got your onions, your chilies. I'm leaving out the fruits except for the pineapple here, and garlic is in there. And I'm going to use cider vinegar to blend this, and it's literally straight up blended. I'm putting in the pineapple again to smooth out that vinegar hit, to give it a smoother flavour, and to just reduce that vinegar. Once we blend it, I'll taste it, might add a touch of sugar. And there are two different types, as I said. So this is going to be noisy. That's just going to take a few minutes. We'll come back to you shortly.
Go.
Now, we've blended this. So it's chilies, onions, pineapple, some bell pepper, garlic, salt. I threw in some peppercorns and lemon juice. Blended the hell out of it. Then I separated it out and added vinegar and reblended it. Now I didn't strain it. You can strain it to get a very smooth sauce and take out all the seeds, and that'll obviously reduce the heat. I prefer to leave it that little bit more chunky, and well, it's actually very well blended, but you could strain it into a very smooth sauce if you wanted to. That won't ferment, it's vinegar and sugar. So I did add a little bit of sugar to it when I tasted it because I'm not a big fan of that massive vinegar hit, and it's quite hot. Now the fermented one, so it's all the same things with the addition of fruit. I salted it, let it sit in the bowl for a small bit, and put it all in here. As you can see, the liquid is already starting to come out, and that's obviously just the salt drawing out the liquid. And if you look in here, we can press, and you can see the liquid starting to come up. We obviously want the liquid, and it'll fill all the air gaps. Now, and over the course of the next hour or two, there'll be enough liquid to keep that under the liquid, and we want to get it under the liquid. So, but that'll break down. The salt will bring it in, and you can see the liquid's already starting all through it, and that'll keep going. Salt will bring it all out. And you want to keep pressing it down, and you want to get it under the liquid. The whole thing has to be under the liquid to ferment it. You can use a variety of things to do that. Because you want a gap at the top. That's where the CO2 is going to replace the oxygen, and we're going to have to burp it. Now burping just means every day we're just going to open it, let out that, and then close it again. You don't want oxygen in here at all. You want to keep the CO2, and that creates a barrier. But everything has to be under the liquid. That's going to take a little bit, and that'll just come up. We keep pushing it down, and then we'll just pop something on the top there to keep it under the liquid. And then we're going to ferment that for 3 or 4 weeks. And then we can blend it, and that'll give us a fermented hot sauce. So like Sriracha, like Tabasco, that sort of stuff. Only this is obviously going to have a mega fruity hit to it. So there's hot sauces for you. If people are interested in this, I'll pop recipes up, and keep on keeping on. We'll see you soon.